Capitalism Lab is the bestest business sim out there, but in this playthrough I build the grandest mall empire. I shall become a mall emperor. All hail Emperor Steve Gaben, for he is the perfect entrepreneur. Sorry Elon, it's still not you. Yes, of course, I'm going to be focusing on malls because I live in a country filled with them, but also because Enlight Games has added shopping malls and other service businesses in a DLC for Capitalism Lab, aptly named Services DLC. I know, very creative. And they have very kindly decided to sponsor this video of mine. Thank you, Enlight Games. I shall make my goal to hit a net worth of $1 billion in 30 years. We shall give ourselves just enough capital to begin with one small shopping mall. Everyone knows the three most important things for a mall or a retail business is location, location, location. Actually no, it's actually the 4 P's, product, price, place and promotion. We shall keep this in mind as we build the bestest shopping mall in the world. Now before we begin, we need to pick the first city of our choice to begin our mall conquest. This can be a pretty important pick, but generally you won't make a huge mistake picking any city, as long as the city grows and the people prosper. In other words, the people actually have money to spend in your stores and malls. So I shall pick Rome here as my first home city. As you can see, since we are paused, a lot of the data about the city is sort of flat at default. But when we begin the simulation, you will see the different cities rise or drop in the quality of life here. This here is the important bit because it also takes into account the real wage of your population, which is a thing that tells you that they have the means of giving you more of their money. Well, I certainly hope so. Now you might think that $100 million is a stupendous amount of money and I'm like Scrooge McDuck swimming in a pool of my money. Well, it is a lot, but not in Capitalism Lab, at least if your goal is to build shopping malls, lots and lots of shopping malls, because these buggers are expensive, bloody expensive. There are different sizes of them, starting from 40 million all the way up to 80 million. But the real cost of building them is in the cost of acquiring the land you need to build them on. Like this bit over here costs over 30 million. This part over here has great traffic index, but we can't even afford to build it over here. But here's a good spot opposite a hospital. We can build a small shopping mall for about 80 million and have some change to build a store or two within it. Empire Mall Rome is born. Now remember that bit about promotion. Yes, well, we don't sell any products, but what we sell of course is space in our mall. So we are going to drop the rent to 60% of the market rate for new businesses. This will give us a huge advantage in attracting many stores. Now, Capitalism Lab uses these units that you purchase and link to create a link of departments or processes to create and sell something, from purchasing units to sales units. Rather than clicking and selecting multiple times, I can just create a template and I can just reuse that template for every supermarket I build every time. It just saves time. We'll just sell all the things people buy from a grocer here, items I can get from seaports in the city. So I'm not going to be manufacturing the goods myself. I want to focus on just retailing primarily. So remember, products are part of the 4 P's. So having a good retail mix of products in my mall will attract a bigger crowd to the mall. So I'll create an apparel store since I see there's some clothing being imported through the seaports. We don't have more than 2 products from Rome's seaport, so I'm going to be getting other products from Zurich's seaports. It's expensive, but more options are better than none. Especially since in the beginning of the game, no one is selling these yet. Okay, I've ran the simulation for 1 year and you can see that some other companies have set up shop in my mall. Nice. But oopsies, I just realized, oh boy, I forgot about branding completely. Well, I didn't say I am a god level gamer in Capitalism Lab, right? Anyway, in terms of picking a branding strategy, I'm going for the one single corporate brand. One brand for all things and all things for one brand. You could pick unique, which means each product is a brand of its own, or a range brand, which means a single range of products are the same brand. So yeah, corporate branding all the way. As you can see, Rome's quality of life has shot up from the default starting figure, but Zurich has the best quality of life in my game. This is going to be prime real estate area here that I will need to expand into in the future. It's 2003 and remember I talked about product mix or retail mix. Yes, what good is a mall without a coffee shop? I'm not getting anyone setting up a coffee shop, so I shall do this on my own. This is of course part also of the content that comes from the services DLC, things like coffee shop or pizzerias. Let's create Empire Coffee. Now to make coffee, I'll have to get some raw materials not available in Rome. There's an option of setting up an import company and using knowledge points. I could like magically import like 2 different raw materials here. So I picked paper and sugar as I already have milk from the seaports. But the dumb thing here is that I don't actually have space to prepare latte in my coffee shop, which uses sugar. So the sugar import is just a waste of money, at least for now. But I wouldn't be too bothered with a little bit of wastage of money because we're making some good cash. Currently our profits are hitting 14 million. Obviously it's not the mall profits that is boosting the company, but the stores I've built in the mall itself. A great strategy to just undercut competitors' pricing. I'm predicting the AI won't be able to set up a mall anytime soon. You can see the stats for my malls has improved. Traffic in the area has improved. We've got a good mix of stores here. People can't stop themselves from visiting Empire Mall. It's 2015 and I've been thinking, the tenants will be renewing their lease and I don't want them to feel a sudden jump in the rental they will need to pay. I don't want them running off because of this jump, so I shall drop the renewal rent to only be about a 5% increase from what they paid as a new tenant. That seems fair, and of course remember Empire Mall Rome is already profitable, hence we don't need to push the prices up too much. We are swimming in cash thanks to our own stores. Oh dear, there's actually a blackout and looting. Thankfully it's at Mexico City. So I've enabled random events like these in my game that can impact your businesses just to keep things interesting. So we'll see if something bigger than this happens to hit us. I mean, losing 39 million on stuff from looting and stuff seems like a pretty big deal. But it could just be a small chip for my empire. Okay, so it seems one of the seaports have stopped importing milk. This can happen. Your seaports don't always import the same things for the entire duration of the game. So now Empire Coffee's cappuccino production has been disrupted and nothing shall stop me from my cappuccino. So yes, unfortunately, we'll have to build a farm and raise some cows to produce our own milk. Completely necessary. Farms aren't that expensive though. It's way better than to import it from some far-flung place on earth and pay exorbitant prices for it. Done. Disaster averted. Cappuccinos are back online. I just noticed it's 2006 and the AIs love building computer stores, don't they? That's okay. They aren't real competition for me just yet. My Rome mall is making decent money with no competition yet, and I've accumulated enough money for a second mall. Let's build a second one in Zurich. High real wages. Perhaps I can push the rental a tad bit higher here. As usual, we'll build a supermarket with the mall. Put the rental to 70%, still not too high. Still no real competition in Zurich as well. Someone's built a discount megastore though, but of course Empire Mall Zurich is just so much more. Of course I can't build an empire without a headquarters. That would be like a supervillain that's staying at his mom's place and secretly runs his empire from his bedroom. That's totally not like me at all. Anyway, Capitalism Lab, yes. Using a HQ, I can finally pay myself a salary, a very moderate salary, but enriching myself isn't exactly the main goal here. But what I like to do is to hire someone to handle the marketing, a CMO. There are many characters in the game with different skills. Finding a CMO won't be that easy, but it seems I'm in luck. Alice Thorne here has an 80 in marketing. Bingo, perfect candidate. I'm hiring her as my CMO and I'm gonna get her to manage everything marketing. Yep, that'll do. If you don't like micromanaging certain parts of your business, the headquarters allows you to hire people to handle that part for you. So now I'll just focus on the business expansion. Alice, don't disappoint me. I'm sure she won't. We're in 2012 and we've hit the 50% mark for our goal. Empire Malls now has a net worth of 500 million, which means we have a good chance of hitting our goal here. We have a mall in every city. Yes, I've built a mall in every city. Profit-wise, not all of them are great, but it's enough that overall the company is still making a profit of $44 million. Our malls just make 13 million of those. A majority of the profit, 38 million, comes from retail stores. That's our secret weapon. The malls are not entirely, I wouldn't entirely call them like a loss leader, but we take a hit in profit, but to blow up elsewhere. We're halfway there and we've already hit like 60-something% of our goal. 1 billion net worth seems doable. Now, we've got some real competition with other malls in all the cities, but we've got a pretty big advantage with our rental rates. So despite the competition, we're still getting quite a bit of tenants. Empire Mall Zurich looks almost fully occupied. Everyone wants to be in our mall with a shopping mall overall rating of 62. Very good compared to the newly established malls. Our coffee shops aren't doing that well, but I guess profit isn't my goal with them. And profit hasn't grown as much despite expanding to all the cities. So I guess it's time to diversify my malls with a fast food joint. Let's make some burgers and fried chicken. Just a year later and we've got an improvement in profit and a lot of cash. Well, over $200 million to be exact. Now, I've only been building small malls, but I guess it's time, ladies and gentlemen, to bring in the big guns, to build our mega mall, our biggest mall. Of course, we got to do this in Rome. It's our hometown. It costs 80 million for the mall and we don't really need to go right into the city center here. I think we can attract many people because it's Empire Malls, no, it's not some generic competitors mall. We're gonna keep rental higher than our smaller malls, so we'll keep that at 70% rental rates. And do our usual, build a department store and a supermarket. And look at this here, another company has opened a fast food joint. Thank you Luna Vitality for your vital contribution. Now we are inching closer to our goal. Good amount of profit. Let's boost profits even more. Let's increase rent in all our malls. Since people find Empire malls irresistible, a 10% increase won't face the tenants much, I suppose. Oh, and our 1 billion net worth is within striking distance. Time to ramp up our strategy. It is undoubtedly a given that we will win this game, but let's do it with a bang. I'm going to be building a massive mall in every city. We have accumulated a good amount of cash, so this would be a cakewalk. We'll do the same things of building a supermarket along with it, but it seems we're out of money to build one in Zurich. But that's not the end of the line though. It's time to take out a bank loan. Let's take 100 million. A 7.5% interest is pretty darn good. Now we've got a mega mall. In every city. Our profit from our malls have now overtaken for the first time the profit we make from retail. So that's great. Alice Dawn here thinks she's doing a great job and asks for a raise, which I think is okay. She can have it. We're nearly won the game here, so here you go. We make enough profit for this, and there you go. We are now 1 billion in net worth. Empire Malls is the biggest shopping mall company. I think we've got 8 shopping malls. Melia here has 6 shopping malls, and holy crap, Luna Vitality has 7 shopping. That's pretty close. But you know what? We've hit our goal of being a $1 billion net worth company, and for a fact, we are the biggest shopping mall empire in the game. So well done, Steve Gaben. You have proven to be the best entrepreneur in the world. I mean, in Capitalism Lab. I think this seems a bit too easy, so maybe in the next Capitalism Lab game, I shall increase the challenge for our mighty Steve Gaben. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed this video and want to check out Capitalism Lab, do check out the game's website in the link I put down below in the description. Have you played Capitalism Lab? Tell me what's your favorite thing about the game and what do you think I should do next in the game? Tell me in the comments. In my previous video of Capitalism Lab, Steve Gaben entered the video game market and tried to be the biggest video game and software company, and watch the video to find out how that went. Thanks for watching and farewell, noble friends.